So in this video, I'm going to show you how I automated my home life in just 3 weeks. I should preface by saying I don't have any children yet, so please be aware this is from the point of view of a young couple with 2 dogs. From morning routines, planning my day, eating, cleaning, pet care, and bedtime routines, automation has made our life much more efficient and much less busy. Before we get into the content, I wanted to give you an idea of the categories that we like to break this down into. Let's start with routines. Routines are just habits of behavior that we must do in order to get through life. Whether it be as simple as making your bed in the morning or brushing your teeth, a lot of these specific tasks are difficult to automate. That being said, here are some of the automations that I use at the start and end of my day to make the rest of my day a much smoother process. In the morning, as the sun rises, my home begins to come to life. Starting between around 7:30 to 8 a.m, unless sunrise is before 7:30, then it's just always 8 a.m, the blinds will slowly automatically open, allowing us to adjust to the sunlight coming in and helping us wake up in a much more natural state. Then at 8:15 a.m, my first automation really begins. The bedroom TV turns on and my mini PC springs to life to display all of my vital information for that day. The first thing most people do when they wake up in the morning is reach for their phone, so we make sure we don't touch them until we spend at least 10 minutes just being present with one another. Once the PC boots into full screen mode, also known as kiosk mode, it will display all of my financial and business information for the month and for that current day. And I use a Chrome plugin called Revolver to cycle through the tabs automatically after 15 seconds and refresh some of the pages so that I can check on them periodically throughout the day. Some of these tabs include my daily schedule, some financial information, my business KPIs, just whatever the day entails. I also get an update from Google Assistant at 8:15 a.m. I get updates and reminders on my calls for the day ahead.
Right now in Malta it's 6 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 11 and a low of 1. There are 4 entries today. The first one is an all-day event called Google Tablet for Smart Home. After that, at noon, you have Call with Larry. After that, at 4 p.m, you have Call with Donnie.
Then my day begins. First on the agenda, the dogs. Unfortunately, they're not completely automated yet, as much as I've tried. However, we do a lot of free shaping with them, so they know their routines and expected behaviors for like leaving the house, getting in the car, waiting at thresholds, things like that. Their food and water is automatically regulated using an automatic dispenser that's set to 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. While they're eating, it's time to briefly look over who I'm going to be speaking to today and what content I'm creating, who my one-to-one clients are, and what they're currently struggling with in their business. That leads me on to the heating category. Throughout the morning, the thermostat just starts adjusting to the temperature for the day, according to the weather. If it's going to be a hot day, it'll set it to air conditioning mode and set it to around 69 Fahrenheit. If it's cold, it'll set the heat to 67. Also, at any point if we leave the house, all the devices will switch off and the thermostat goes into energy saving mode until at least one of us returns. The heating is easy to regulate in something like Home Assistant using a Nest Thermostat. If your HVAC has the option to heat or cool specific rooms, then you can even automate better by installing temperature sensors in each room. I'll also cover the end of the day routine at the very end of this video, so you can see how it all ties together, but for now, that's pretty much the morning routine done. Okay, big one here, cooking. For the most part, we eat a combination of HelloFresh and meal prep. Although HelloFresh doesn't sponsor this video, they're a really budget-friendly and systemized process of having a food plan for the week. One evening, the previous week before the next delivery comes, we discuss quickly which meals we fancy for that week, and we make sure that our HelloFresh order is ready. This removes the need for grocery shopping, and it means that we only eat what we have in the cupboards, which is perfect if you're just terrible at snacking on foods when you're bored. But what about supplies and other bits, I hear you ask? Well, we keep a subscription set up on Amazon for cleaning products, toiletries, so they're automatically sent to the house based on how likely we are to go through them. We also have our medications and prescriptions sent to the house automatically too. Any other shopping is made online from the convenience of our home. And if you're feeling really lazy, you can also use something like Instacart to have groceries delivered straight to your door. Cleaning. Keeping the home fresh and clean is a simple task with automations. First, we use a robot vacuum by Lulu that automatically creates an area map for your home. Then you can personalize those areas on exactly what you want it to clean, mop, and most importantly, create areas that you can block off to stop it from even going there. Then, using Home Assistant again, we create a schedule or automations that are triggered at certain times of the day to begin cleaning. I have it set up so that my vacuum is in the main entrance area, so that's where most of the dirt gathers upon entry. I also set the order to clean from the entrance of the house first, all the way to the back of the house last. Then I set up each room to have different cleaning requirements, mopping for hardwood floors for example, and then just really high suction for the carpets. Once a day I'll empty the vacuum and just re-add the water. You can actually get ones that empty automatically and refill that water tank, and I'll probably upgrade to that soon. This usually takes me about 5 minutes at best, but it saves me hours and hours of cleaning. And I emphatically recommend this if you have a dog that sheds in spring and fall, because the amount of hair it collects is just staggering. Scheduling. Now the super techie part. Both of our lives involve a lot of scheduling, and most of our day we're either working with clients, working on our marketing material, or just creating new content. So to keep everything organized, we share a simple Google Calendar of all of our work schedules combined. My wife works part-time at our salon and takes clients one-on-one, so her schedule software, known as Vogaro, syncs perfectly to our Google Calendar, as does mine from tidycal, and that way any work calls, meetings, or clients are automatically added to the calendar so we can see exactly what's going on at the touch of a button or even a voice command. Other important dates are added, and then routine doctors and dentists are automatically added 6 to 12 months accordingly. For all those tasks that we can't automate, we also make use of a virtual assistant. Hi Jing, who has been working with me for the best part of 15 years, and she really helps us with any work-related tasks that we don't have the time for or that need some manual data entry. At the end of the day, everything switches off automatically. At 9:30 p.m, the lights start to dim, and it creates an atmosphere and an ambiance of a much more relaxing environment. At 10:30, the TV switches off, and most of the lights turn down to a really low temperature. Then we jump into bed, and at 11 p.m, everything's off. The thermostat also adjusts to a perfect level to help us sleep through the night, and we make sure we enable the fan at periods during the night so that we have fresh air so we don't wake up with that dry throat in the morning. Those are most of the automations for the day. If you want to see how we automated our business life too, check out this video here on how we automated our hair and beauty salon so that it can run without us even being there.